Hi, this is Rene Owens with Wow Moment of Worship. I was actually about to start this Wow Moment video earlier today when I got called into work for a fire. So now here I am. I'm back home and still needing to get this video done, but looking a little bit more ragged than I had planned for this. So sorry about that. But this is me. This is my daily life here. So, anyways, I just wanted to bring a word to you that the Lord had been speaking to me about, and it's all about getting into the secret place and taking refuge in Him and all of that. And the other day when I was at work, we were out doing some project land work, having to cut a fire line with a dozer because getting ready to burn off some land. And there was a bunch of trees that had been cut down. They had all been piled together, and we had to take the bulldozer and push the trees back away from the fire line. And there was this little terrapin turtle that was crawling, and we saved it. I went and picked it up, and I moved it to a safe location. And then later on that afternoon, I was standing underneath this shade tree, and there was a bunch of debris underneath the shade tree, some logs, some leaves, and all of that. And I saw this little turtle. I don't know if it was the same one or not, or if it was a different one, but here he comes crawling, and I see it crawl up to the edge of the base of the shade tree, and it just starts digging and starts to burrow underneath all these leaves and limbs and everything. And the Lord just started speaking to me about taking refuge in Him and shelter and being covered by Him. And so I just thought that was really cool. And then I didn't think a whole lot about it till later, when this past Sunday when I was at church, the Lord, during praise and worship, the Lord started speaking to me while we were singing this particular song. And on the song, I wrote down some of the words. It says, "There is a place we can run to and hide. It's in His heart, and He will show you. He will show you His heart. It is a place of safety, a place of refuge. It is a place we are longing to find." And as we were singing the song, the Lord took me back to that little turtle, as it was longing to find a safe place. It was running to hide, running as fast as our turtle could run, to hide in a covering. And the Lord just showed me how, you know, turtles, they have an armor, they have protection, but that turtle was needing even more protection, and so do we. So the Lord gives us protection. He is our, part of His job as our Father is to be our protector, and He has provided everything for us to be protected, because in all honesty, we are in a war. Whether people realize it or not, we are in a war, and it's a spiritual battle between, with the enemy, Satan, and he will do whatever he can to try to come in and basically bulldoze your life, to destroy and bring destruction into your life. He's out to steal, kill, and destroy, and he'll do whatever he can to do that. And so we need protection, we need covering, and so the Lord has provided all of that for us. And I just wanted to encourage you guys today to let you know that if you feel like that the enemy has come in to bulldoze your life, or is you're just under attack, that you have a covering and that you have protection. And part of that protection is the armor of God. And if you go in and you read in Ephesians chapter 6, it will tell you all about the armor of God, and you have to put that on every single day. It is spiritual armor that will help cover us, just like that little terrapin turtle had its shell, has its armor. God has also provided an armor for us. And so go in to Ephesians chapter 6 and read about the armor and declare that over yourself. The way that you put your armor on is you speak it over yourself every day. Every day when I'm getting ready for the day, I also put my armor on. And so what I do is I just speak it. I just say, in the name of Jesus, Lord, I just thank you for your armor. I thank you for your protection. And right now I put on your belt of truth. And I shod my feet in the preparation of the gospel of peace. And I place on your breastplate of righteousness. And I take up the shield of faith, which thwarts every single fiery dart of the enemy. And I place on the helmet of salvation. And I take up the sword of the Spirit, Lord, which is your word. And I thank you for your armor, God. I thank you for your protection. I thank you for your covering. And that's how I put my armor on every day. But the Lord was just showing me that we also, even though we have our armor, that he has provided even more protection for us. And just like that little terrapin turtle needed to find a covering, he needed to find that safe place, to get into that secret place where he didn't, like, nobody could find him. Nobody could get where he felt safe, to where nobody could get to him. And the Lord led me to Psalms 91. And I'm going to read Psalms 91 to you guys. And it says, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." The secret place is just in the presence of God. The secret place is just where you and God, it's not a physical place. This is a spiritual place. This is a place in your heart where you and God commune together, where you and God is always with you, but sometimes we kind of step outside of his covering. We don't get into that secret place with him. We don't commune with him. We don't, you know, we don't take time to get into prayer. We don't get time to take time to to commune with him, to talk with him, to conversate with him. We don't take time to get into praise and worship. And the word says that where his presence, where when we praise him, that he'll be there, his presence will be there. And getting into the secret place, it's just taking the time to get with God, to get alone with God, to, even if you're going throughout your day and there are people all around you, you can still get into the secret place. You can still take moments and the time to commune with him, to pray, to worship, and all of that. And so when we take the time to get into the secret place of the Most High, we shall abide. And that's to stay under the shadow of the Almighty. That's where we will live. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. You don't have to be afraid of anything that the enemy would try to throw at you. You don't have to be afraid of any type of destruction or arrows that the enemy would try to shoot at you, because you are in that secret place. You are abiding under the shadow of the Almighty, that the Lord has his wings covering you in protection, and nothing is going to harm you. It says 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked, because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place. No evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling, for he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. You shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent. You shall trample underfoot. We we will be protected, and he will even send his angels to keep a charge over us, to bear us up, and that he will give us the ability to step on the enemy. That the enemy may try to come against us, but we actually have authority, and that we have the ability and the capability to tread on the enemy instead. The enemy won't be treading on us, we'll be treading on the enemy. And so, and it says, because he has, and this is what it says in verse 14, and this is the Lord actually, his response back. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. So this scripture is so encouraging to me. It just shows that, you know, as long as we are abiding under the shadow of the Almighty, as long as we're abiding in that secret place, nothing that the enemy throws at us is going to harm us. That we don't have to allow the things that would try to come against us, that we don't have to allow circumstances to destroy our peace, to destroy our sense of well-being. We don't have to worry. We don't have to let anxiety build up in our lives. We don't have to allow the enemy to have his way in our life, because God has his covering over us. Basically, we are abiding in the general's tent in this war that we're in, and he will tell us what to do when it comes to the battle, when it comes to being in an offensive or defensive position in this war that we're in. And I just want to encourage you guys, go and read Psalm 91. Just speak it over your life. Be sure to put your armor on every single day. It's imperative that we do this. God has provided everything that we need to live a prosperous, happy, healthy life. Jesus Christ took it all on the cross. I plead his blood over my life every single day. And just remember, you know, get in the secret place. Because I've found that whenever I have stepped out of that getting in the secret place, there's been times when I get too busy, or I find myself too busy, and then I realize, oh, I haven't been spending time with God like I need to. That's when the enemy will sneak in, and I'll find myself weary. I'll find myself discouraged. I'll find myself just like, not really feeling as joyful and all that. So God just, he was just reminding me, and I'm just passing the message along to get in that secret place with the Lord. Keep your armor on. And I just hope you guys will be blessed, and take care.